Yo, big shout out to everyone that came out to SneakerCon London. I had a great time. Thank you all for checking in. Thank you for saying hello. But for now, let's talk sneaker news because a ton of good information came out today, including some news about Off-White that I think you guys are going to want to know. All right, let's get to it. Welcome to Today in Sneaks. I am your host, Jacques Slade, and let's see what's been popping today. Everyone loves an Air Jordan 11, and it looks like we're getting an early look at a low-top version of the shoe that is scheduled to release this Easter, well, technically next Easter. I'm personally a big fan of the Air Jordan 11, and this colorway looks almost like the regular Concord version of the shoe, with the exception of that patent leather, which has this almost greenish sort of look to it. If you look closely, you can actually see that they switched out the Cordura mesh and instead used leather on the panels, and in the Jordan logo there is also like a turquoise greenish color as well. Of course, though, they have those icy blue outsoles. They're there, and they always give that Jordan 11 a nice way to finish things off. Expect these to drop in April for $175. And random fact, the first Air Jordan 11 low was seen back in 1996 when MJ wore the black and red colorway for the finals. Then the actual Concord colorway wasn't seen until the Bulls championship parade. As you have undoubtedly seen, Nike is going hard with the Air Force 1 in 2017 and into 2018. For their latest collab on the shoe, Nike has a low-top version of the shoe inspired by the one and only Cristiano Ronaldo. The pair is called Golden Patchwork, and the theme or aesthetic of the shoe pays homage to Ronaldo's mother and her sewing skills. Apparently, she would patch his cleats every time he would wear them and a new hole was put in them when he was growing up as a little kid, which is really dope. Of course, there are some signature details as well, including a signature on the liner of the shoe. There's also his name on the left heel of the shoe, and then they have Nike on the right heel, and then that gold that extends from the Nike swoosh, which looks really nice. It goes around the heel. Then there's gold on the patch on the tongue and then on the lace jewel as well. You can look for these to release on December 7th, but from what I understand, these are going to be very, very limited, so good luck if you do want a pair. Although whenever someone mentions Adidas, you usually talk about Yeezys or you talk about Ultra Boost. One of the shoes that I think people kind of slept on was the Adidas Alpha Bounce. Now, these obviously don't have boost. They're not tied to Kanye, so they don't have the hype, but they are one of the more comfortable shoes that I have worn from Adidas lately. Right now, they have an all-terrain version of the shoe that's decked out in black and yellow, and it actually looks pretty nice. If you like the mix of black, then they have that gray on the midsole with a little bit of speckles on it. This one should be right up your alley. Yes, there is a little bit of yellow that makes them pop, but for the most part, this is basically a black and gray shoe. You can look for those over at Sneaker Politics for $120. A few years ago, you couldn't do anything without hearing the name Steph Curry. Though his game hasn't slacked off at all, he's still balling, but his shoes aren't getting the same amount of love that they were getting. Well, this year, Under Armour looks to change that with the Curry 4. They have released some really solid colorways up to this point, and the next one that they're going to release is called More Buckets. The model rocks a mostly gray upper that changes shades as you go from the tongue to the mid panel all the way to the midsole to the outsole. Now, I've actually had a chance to check out a few colorways of the Curry 4, including this Xbox One version, which was customized by Mosh. If you want to check that out, you can check that out here in this video. And this one, the new More Buckets colorway, is a solid one in that lineup that I've seen so far. Another thing Under Armour has done is price the shoe at $130, which makes the shoe a really great deal, especially for a signature shoe. Look for those to drop on December 8th at Under Armour stores and select retailers. All right, as I mentioned when I opened this show this weekend, I was in London for SneakerCon, and there was a ton of crazy shoes and exclusive at the show, as there always is, but there was one pair that really caught everyone's attention, and it was this off-white version of the Nike Air Vapormax. Now, I was able to grab a few photos of the shoe, and it looks pretty decent. As most of you know, I have the black version of the shoe, and I like this white one as well. Now, this pair is just a sample, but there are a few rumors stating that this colorway is scheduled to release in 2018. There's also some talk of a grayish colorway releasing in 2018 as well. As of right now, this is still just a rumor and it hasn't been confirmed, but definitely keep your eyes open, because if I hear from my sources correctly, you'll see these next year. All right. Okay, for today's question of the video, and this is something that I struggle with a lot, so I want to ask you guys and see what you think about it. Do you want to see shoes so far ahead of their release date? Like in today's video, we have the Air Jordan 11, which is supposed to be released for Easter. And then we have this supposed version, or this white version of the off-white version of the Vapormax, which is supposed to release in 2018 at some point. Now, do you want to know about this stuff early, or would you rather wait for maybe like a few weeks before the shoe actually releases before you know? Or do you want to know months ahead? Anyway, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. All right, as for what I'm rocking today, it is this shoe. This is the Air Force 1 High. This is the Special Forces version of the shoe. These released earlier this year, maybe June, May, something like that. Now, I'm not usually a big Air Force 1 guy, but for some reason, these have definitely captured my attention. This is only the second time that I've worn them, but yeah, anyway, I thought it was cool and I wanted to rock these today. So with that being said, guys, make sure you turn on your notifications and all of that stuff. Make sure you like, favorite, and subscribe. I am Jacques Slade. This is Today in Sneaks, and as always, guys, I appreciate you. I'll see you soon. Peace.